Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's Room of Choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Welcome back to Still a Part of Us. We just had a wonderful conversation with Christian about his sweet daughter, Josephine. It sounds like she is, if she was here, she would just be so doted on, loved, and she would just be so like spoiled, like in a good way.
Yeah.
So, Christian, thank you again for telling her story and coming back and chatting with us today.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about what happened to her so everybody has a point of reference?
So Josephine, we were a healthy pregnancy. We had a surrogate who was carrying her. All the milestones were there. The heartbeat, strong heartbeat. Her sac was healthy. Everything was great. And then when we were about 8 months pregnant, we found out that her heart had stopped beating, and the result of her umbilical cord got wrapped around her neck twice, which they say sometimes it's common to happen once, but this happened twice, and that resulted in this horrific scenario.
Yeah. And at the time of this recording, we're recording on Valentine's Day, but how long ago was she born?
Josephine was born on September 23rd, 2025.
Yeah. So just several months, you guys. It has not been long at all. And I'm always astounded by parents that are willing to share their heart this early on after their loss. So thank you again, Christian. And I know that you and Manuel this has been hard. This has been extremely hard. Tell me, I would like to hear how you would describe your grief in those first first couple of months till it is now, like what it looks like now, even.
Honestly, it's shocking. The grief is shocking, and just when I think maybe I feel strong, or I feel like I can talk about it, I just break.
Yeah.
I break, and then I realize it's right here. It's right here, and it's easy to crack it open, and I think maybe it's always going to be right there.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I'm just starting to live with. It's really palpable and real now. I really feel it since we're months past, even though it's very fresh. There's a little distance from it, but it's just overwhelming. And I think about her. I'm now at a point that I can count the times when I don't think about her.
Yeah.
And that's maybe 5 minutes once a day.
Yeah.
She is on my mind constantly.
Yeah. And it's hard. Like, I don't think people realize how it consumes us. Like, our kids consume us. And then, especially when you lose one, you're like, there's somebody missing.
Yeah.
Somebody very big.
Somebody
missing.
I didn't know really missing, but I know her more than anything in the whole world. It's like, it's a combination of both. It's the what if and then what is.
Yeah. I know that. So as we discussed before, that you're the dad, and Manuel, as he's your husband.
He's the pop.
And tell me, I feel like that would be a little different on how maybe he's mourning the loss, because it sounds like he really stepped up to take care of you, in a sense, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain that, but the way you described it, he was like, I'm going to book the tickets. I'm going to get this. We're going to take care of this paperwork. And I mean, there were so many things that he really felt like he stepped up in. Can you tell how he's dealt with that after he's taken off? He had to do all the kind of the logistical things to bring her home. How has he been now that he's not had to do some of those, logistical things?
I think, again, there was no debate that I was that we were having a child. Again,
Yes.
it would have been a non-starter for our relationship. I was so into it. I did the planning. Like,
Yeah.
I was the biological father. In a way, I always think that I was sort of carrying her as
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
as my surrogate. So it was all this was new to him.
Yes.
The parenthood, he didn't dream about it as long as I did. Again, he was on board. He was so excited. Um, and yeah, he really stepped up in those moments where I couldn't even think about booking our flight, booking our accommodations when we
Yeah.
were there, like handling the paperwork. And then, we had all of her stuff in our apartment.
Yes. Yes.
We had furniture, we had clothes, we had books, we had everything, and I couldn't
Yeah.
be around it. And he and his friend came over and they moved.
Oh,
I left the house and they moved everything out. They did it all, and it was. I know he did it in those early days, really to take care of me and be my rock.
yeah.
And now I'm seeing the grief more in him now
Oh,
than in
okay.
the beginning. I think it's really hitting him. I think he likes to say, and once we both saw her, but just speaking for him now, when he saw her, just how real it became.
Yes. Yeah.
He wasn't at every appointment like I was,
Yeah.
and he the day to day, the logistics that I was handling, he really wasn't. He was excited, but not part of that aspect. And it wasn't until seeing her that it was, wow, I am a father. And now I think months out, I'm seeing it in him more, the the grief, and maybe because I'm a little stronger and he can now break a little bit and
Yes.
balance each other.
Yes. I do think that actually does happen because it kind of like ebbs and flows, right? And so,
Mhm.
and he's like, now I can take the time that I need to grieve because, yeah,
Yeah,
when you realize, oh, I don't have to be busy doing these things, then it hits you. It hits
it
you.
hits you. It
Yeah.
hits you.
Yeah. That is so, so difficult.
But we have each other.
Yeah.
This can really make or break a relationship. And we were so lucky that it brought us together and we are consumed the grief together. Like we don't wallow in it, but
Yes.
we accept it and we support each other and let each other grieve.
Yes.
And that's very important in a partner. I think going through this, it's vital to me. Waking up in the morning is having his strength.
Yeah. It is so nice when you, yeah, there, yes, when you have somebody with you that's in it with you together. Like this is,
Yeah, and can feel how you feel.
yeah, this is
Get
hard
it,
enough. Yeah.
get it.
It's nice to have somebody with you. I am wondering, you mentioned in your earlier story that you had found other groups, like you had a neighbor, had a midwife, had helped you kind of get in touch with other people. So tell me, like, what has helped? What has helped you kind of work through some of this, some of the grief?
Talking about her,
Yeah.
um, living for her,
Yeah.
trying to be a better person and trying to be a positive person. I'm doing that for her.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get up every day and I'm doing that for her. I'm speaking about love today on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So this was fateful. What was your
So, are there any, have you gone to
oh, how do I
therapy,
oh,
support groups?
yeah, sorry. I got distracted by loving her.
Yes, you should.
So I found this group. It's called the Isla Jade Foundation.
Mhm.
ISLA is a name.
Yeah.
Isla Jade, Jade Foundation, and what it's a um, woman who also experienced the horror that we're going through, and what we do is we raise money for what is called a caring cradle.
Yeah.
So again, it's a bassinet that are in hospitals that should be in every hospital, and when a woman gives birth to her stillborn child, they're put in this warming bed to just allow you to prolong the goodbye
Yes.
and let maybe family wants to see it, or as just wrapping your head around what's going on, or I forgot to take little Prince, and maybe if I had this caring cradle, I would have had more time to just
Just be
wrap
with.
my head around things.
Yes.
So it's beautiful foundation. It's introduced us to people that I never thought I would meet, who have been lovely
Yeah.
to have met, and it's nice to see people are doing the good work.
Yeah. That is what, like, those resources, you don't ever think about them. I was always like, please check them out because if you would like to donate or like support them in any way, I think that it sounds amazing that there's these resources. You don't think that you're going to need anything like this, and then it happens to you, and then you're like, I'm so grateful somebody came before me and realized maybe their experience was not as wonderful, or there was hard parts, and they are trying to make it a little bit easier. So that's really
Yeah,
cool.
no,
That's
it's
really cool.
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful foundation.
And so, was
I'm
there?
running the Brooklyn Half Marathon to raise money for this.
You are? That's
So
awesome.
Josephine's getting her dad in shape to run in honor of the Isla Jade Foundation to raise money for these
That
carrying cradles.
that is wonderful. That's wonderful. Isn't it funny how our kids do stuff for us in
Exactly.
indirect ways?
Exactly. I have no excuse. I cannot let her down.
Yes.
I'm
Um,
not going to win, but I'm going to
yes,
finish.
you're gonna finish. That's the key. um, okay, so and then I am wondering with your family, how have they shown up for you, family and friends? Like, what are some ways that people showed up for you that was helpful? Like something that you're like, gosh, that was really kind of them to show up in that way. Can you tell me some things that you kind of were like, this was good. I think people need to take a note.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, it's been interesting who I do hear from.
Really?
My family's been wonderful. I didn't expect anything less.
Yes.
They've been great. They were as excited. But then it's people that someone the other day sent me on Instagram. Her name is Josephine, and sent
Oh,
me a Brandy Carlisle singing the song Josephine. I haven't seen this person in years. She remembered Josephine's name.
yeah.
She sent it to me out of the blue, and it just struck me with just this kindness. And that really means so much to me is people still asking about her, about us. It really brightens up my day when I do hear from somebody who
Mhm.
is genuinely, grieving with us.
Yeah.
Even if it's someone, like I said, I haven't seen in a decade.
Yeah.
They are grieving with us. They understand, and they're stepping up months out of it when I think you really need those people to offer their condolences.
Yes, yes. It is so I one thing that I would like to always tell people is like there's so much attention at the very beginning. So much attention. So when somebody pops up in your DMs or sends you a text message months later, sends you a card, you're like, "Thank you." Like, "Thanks
Yeah,
for
wow.
yeah, thanks for remembering my daughter." Like that is huge. And so cool. That is neat. That
I always say that. Thank you for thinking of her and
yes.
thinking of us. That means more than I could even express.
Yes, it really does. For us parents, we're like, "Oh, you said my son's name." Like, that's so great.
Exactly.
I love that.
And you're not afraid to say it. I understand that people are probably
Yeah,
scared of the grief,
totally.
can't imagine, don't want to see me weep. Um, but it's really important, I think, to just offer condolences to people. And, I understand if people don't, which surprises me a little bit. I don't know if you went through that,
Yep,
not hearing from people you
totally.
expect or
Yes.
think you should hear from. That's been surprising to me, but I think people don't know what to say.
Yeah,
So I kind of chalk it up to that. Maybe a little fear in what to say.
yes. They don't wanna mess up, and so sometimes they just like, "I'm not gonna say anything because 'cause I'm gonna mess up." And I think just say something. Even if it is
Because it's hard to then regain that friendship.
yes, it is. It is.
I don't, because then it's,
Yeah,
when do you then reach out?
yeah.
A year later, maybe they think I'm over it and I forgot that I had a stillborn daughter. Um, so that's been odd as well.
Yeah,
But after going through this, there's like some things just don't bother me.
yeah.
I'm
Yes.
not callous, but like that, I can just shake that off.
Yeah. And I was also gonna say, FYI, we're not gonna forget that we had our baby. Like,
Correct. Never forget.
no, it's just not gonna happen. So yeah.
I don't want to forget.
Yes, exactly. It's just not gonna happen. So And then on the flip side, and maybe you've already alluded to this, is there anything that you would recommend not saying, or things that people did you're like, that was probably not the best thing to
I think
say?
the immediate, are you going to do it again?
Mm,
That immediate, like, I think people mean the best intentions
yes.
by saying that, but the, when I hear people say that right away, you're going to do it again, to me, it almost diminishes Josephine.
Yes.
Because if a woman had a baby that is not stillborn, they take home, they're not thinking about right away
No.
doing it again because they're just in this new phase of parenthood. And I'm in a new phase. I'm in
Yeah.
the new phase of parenthood. It doesn't look like I thought it was going to look,
Yeah.
but I'm still a father, and I'm trying to process what that means with a deceased child. That's the one thing that sort of, you know, it doesn't make me angry, but it's I could do without hearing that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's it, like you said, it diminishes Josephine. It also feels like yes, it feels like our children are disposable and we can
Correct.
get a new pair of
The new one.
flip-flops. That yeah, it's
Exactly.
no big deal. I could just go pick one up at the store. No, it just doesn't work that way. So,
And
um,
this is, there's a lot of moving parts with
oh,
how we had our journey.
yes,
There's a lot of moving parts, and not that it matters, but it's very costly.
yes. Oh, I can imagine it's very costly.
So sometimes it's people's only shot.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So it's not so easy just to do it again.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so that's the one thing that surprises me is people that you don't hear from that I think you should hear from, and then it's not, again, I don't think people have any bad intentions when they say that. I think they try to be hopeful. I think
Yes. Yes.
they try to pick you up. They try to
In
still
some way.
ignite that flame in you, but that at first was a little tough to hear.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to grieve. Like, give us some time to grieve, right?
Yeah.
Give us some time.
And if
Yeah.
you can't grieve with me, that's fine.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah. It is hard. And we're not used, I think in our culture, I think we're not used to being comfortable with sadness
Yeah.
and somebody
I don't
crying.
know if it happened to you, but as any parent to be, we're so excited. Again, we had a baby shower, and we were sharing the excitement with so many people. And then when we saw those same people after, like, I had such a sense that people were afraid to talk to us, and were looking at us like the dead child's parents,
Yeah. Yes.
and sort of I've felt that feeling where you feel kind of a little funny.
Yes.
It felt a little funny.
That's a great way of putting it because I have felt that same thought. Like that's kind of like a label that's been put on us now,
Hmm.
and you're just like their child died, and then along with that, just like what did they do wrong? We talked about
Exactly.
this. Like
Exactly.
you're just like,
Exactly.
so what did they do wrong, or what happened that their baby
Exactly.
died, and
Exactly.
it
It's
feels not
that
great.
simple.
It feels not great. So if you can uh, not look at us funny, that is super helpful. If you can help us not feel so odd about this entire
Yes.
situation, we are grateful when you are just normal with us. So,
And also, I think also be cognizant that we are really still mourning.
yes.
We are still mourning. It
Yeah.
is not easy.
Nope.
It is not easy. It's again, I don't wish this upon anybody,
Yeah.
but if you do know somebody, people are grappling with this grief, and they're carrying this grief all. I'm carrying it all day, every day,
Yeah.
and probably for the rest of my life. But again, I'm forever changed. I still have my spirit and who I was, but I'm definitely not the same person,
Yes. Yeah.
which is okay.
Yeah.
I expected that at parenthood.
Yes.
Again, I didn't think my whole thought out that I wanted to bring a healthy baby home. I just said I want to have a baby, which I did.
Yeah.
But so it's tough.
Yeah. It really is. Christian, we were talking a little bit before about holidays and those kind of milestones that you're missing out on, essentially, right? I mean, how how was Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's?
Thanks Thanksgiving was okay. We hosted here in our apartment, which was nice. Um, but we were like, she was due 11/11,
She
and
was. Oh,
so we were like, just literally a few weeks out of her due date,
yeah,
which was, Thanksgiving honestly was a blur. I was so focused on cooking, I don't remember anything, to
yeah.
be honest. Christmas was tough. Christmas was harder than I thought. And my husband and I went to London to just sort of escape. And I look at pictures and I just see sadness in my face.
Yes.
And it's I don't know if other people can see it, but I can, just in my eyes. It's jarring to look at, just really the grief uh, in me, on me, really reflected in my eyes. And I happened on Christmas was thinking about changing a paint color in our house. I was going to create a Pinterest board in like different colors, and I came upon all the
Oh,
Pinterests that I created for her,
oh,
and like I had her Christmas outfit picked out.
yeah, yeah,
So that was tough. Like that, seeing that was tough because I remember just that excitement. I remember the excitement of what she was going to wear for Christmas. I remember, you know, where we were going to be, probably, upstate at our country home, all
yeah,
cuddled together, and that didn't come to fruition.
yeah. And it feels like a sad substitute, right? Yeah,
Yes,
all of it feels like a sad substitute
yes.
for that, for her not being here. So, yeah, that is really difficult. And as we've been talking about Josephine, I guess what are something you've already kind of talked about a few of these things, but are you doing things to honor her? Like, how are you doing to celebrate her on a daily basis? Or I know you talk about her and you're running in the Brooklyn Half Marathon. I mean, like, what are some other things that you have done to bring awareness to stillbirth and also to what you guys are going through?
So just, privately, things we've done is we've, planted a beautiful tulip garden that
Oh,
hopefully will bloom this spring
yeah.
upstate. We planted a magnolia tree, which hopefully
Oh,
we'll see grow and become strong as she would have become. Um, and I think the way I celebrate her is she's constantly on my mind.
yeah.
I try to do better for her, even though she's not here. I try to be a better person, and I talk about her honestly. I keep going back to that, but I just talk about her because I'm so proud of her.
Yeah.
There's not maybe that sounds crazy to people, but I'm just so proud to be her father. I'm
Yes.
so proud Manuel was her father. Um, so that's how I honor her.
That is wonderful. Christian, this has been a wonderful conversation, and I am so sorry that she's not here with you because
Me too.
she would just be so she would be so loved on and I'm sure she would just be beautiful and um yeah. I but I thank you so much for your time, for
Thank
your input and the help that I think you are going to be for others who are listening to this. So thank you again.
thank you.
Tired of your car insurance rate going up, even with a clean driving record? You're not alone. That's why there's Jerry, your proactive insurance assistant. Jerry compares rates side by side from over 50 top insurers and helps you switch with ease. Jerry even tracks market rates and alerts you when it's best to shop. No spam calls, no hidden fees. Drivers who save with Jerry could save over $1,300 a year. Switch with confidence. Download the Jerry app or visit jerry.ai/Libsyn today. That's jerry.ai/LIBSYN.